Behind every great company is an equally fascinating story of how a business came to be. You have probably seen one of these, but have you ever wondered what humane wildlife control means? Here is our story. As a young boy, Brad Gates was fascinated with everything wild. He spent countless hours exploring the forest that backed onto his yard, learning all he could about his wild neighbors. He was lucky enough to convince his parents to allow him to raise a wide variety of wild animals, such as rabbits, pigeons, and squirrels. The animal that had the most impact on the young Brad Gates was an orphaned raccoon named Mandy. As fate would have it, Brad received Mandy from a wildlife removal company that took her away from her natural mother. Raising Mandy and the circumstances of how she was orphaned would later prove to be the driving force behind Brad's career path of developing a humane approach. Fast forward 6 years to 1984, when Brad had just received a Bachelor of Science degree in biology from University of Guelph, and had a strong urge to start his own wildlife removal company. With a loan from his parents, he started AAA Wildlife Control, better known today as Gates Wildlife Control. He purchased a used truck and some rudimentary equipment and set out to hit the road. It soon became apparent to Brad that his competition did not appear to share the same compassion for his wild friends. He was totally disheartened with the pain and suffering he witnessed in those early years. He noticed wildlife removal companies setting box traps on rooftops with little or no intention of returning to release the caught animals. Many circumstances indicated that the raccoons or squirrels had been left for days and sadly sustained life-threatening injuries or death in their attempts to escape the trap. Other instances were showing mother animals being trapped and relocated many kilometers away, leaving their dependent offspring to starve to death.
I know, where's your mom?
By witnessing the pain and suffering inflicted on these animals, Brad made it his life's mission to develop humane techniques and procedures. He would combine his childhood experiences with animals and his education in science to put the animal's best interests first. The driving principle behind his work ethic would be to work with Mother Nature, not against her. He would closely study the behavior and biology of each individual species and develop a specific removal plan that complemented what that animal would naturally do. By doing so, he minimized the stress an animal would experience during a removal process. With the help of his dad, one of the first tasks Brad set out to accomplish was to develop a humane one-way door that would allow an animal to exit the attic. By installing these over the entry holes, the animals could safely exit their attic den site but not get back in. Months were spent tweaking and closely monitoring these devices until a perfect prototype was developed, yielding a unique one-way door, specific for each animal. During baby season, Brad recognized the importance of dealing with the wildlife family as a whole. One-way doors could prove to be fatal if the mother was locked on the outside when the offspring were too young to exit on their own. Brad set up important procedures throughout the year to ensure attic inspections were done to prevent babies from being left behind. Close contact with the homeowner and timely follow-up visits would ensure that no animals were harmed in the process. Throughout all this, it was important to learn how to best reunite a family on the outside of the house to avoid separating a mother animal from her babies. Brad had experienced numerous interactions with mother animals, and one thing was clear: most were desperate to get their babies back. The challenge became to design a reunion box that would ultimately be weather-tight, keep the babies warm during the cooler months, and provide easy access for the mother to retrieve her young. Once again, Brad's father, Bob, happily joined forces to create a prototype. The reunion box was originally manufactured out of plywood and a sliding door to keep the babies from escaping while waiting for their mother to return. A means to secure the box to the roof was developed, as well as a false floor to house a heating pad. Ventilation holes were added and a handle to aid in transportation. Testing of the reunion box took place, and it became clear that Bob had thought of everything. The reunion box was perfect, and 12 replicas were made. Many years later, Brad would have the boxes made of molded plastic, which made them lighter and easier to clean.
So we're going to put her babies, which are in this box now, right where she's going to stumble across them. So we'll attach this to the roof right on this corner. And the mother will come down off the roof, go to this area, smell them. She'll open the door and she'll have access to the babies. And one by one, she'll take them off the roof, to an alternate den site she already has established in the neighborhood somewhere.
There are many factors that have contributed to the success of Gates Wildlife. With the support of his family, the pioneering groundwork by Brad during those early years set the stage for the overall mission of the company. The passionate and hardworking employees that work with integrity while embracing Brad's humane vision continue to push humane wildlife control to the forefront. The trust and support from animal welfare organizations, rehabilitators, humane societies, and animal services, and our fantastic customers that continue to trust Gates Wildlife to humanely solve their wildlife problems. Brad is honored by all the support and recognition he has received over the years from the wildlife industry, the media, and his customers. Gates Wildlife Control is privileged to have been frequently highlighted in the media and documentaries. Valued for its reputation as an ethical and humane wildlife removal company, its innovative and captivating approach lends itself to be easily featured. Some of the more notable media outlets that Gates has appeared on include National Geographic Channel.
Animals are all around us, sometimes too close for comfort. Preserving the balance between man and wildlife are the animal extractors.
What we just witnessed was a very maternal mother protecting her young, and any mother of any species would do just that. She's abnormally aggressive, but she really just wants to get us out of her way so she can collect her babies and kind of move on to her secondary den site, and we can't blame her for that.
David Suzuki's Nature of Things, Discovery Channel, City TV, Global, CTV, and numerous newspapers, including the Toronto Star. Today, Gates Wildlife has international recognition, which can be primarily attributed to its large social media following. 60,000 YouTube subscribers, 13,000 likes on Facebook, and over 5,000 Instagram followers.
I'd like to take a moment to thank the amazing team at Gates Wildlife Control. All of your hard work has not gone unnoticed, and I would like to express my deepest gratitude for all of you. You truly make Gates Wildlife Control what it is today. I am honored to work with such an amazing group of people.